Where did this money come from? Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to World Peace TV. In today's episode of Crazy Questions, we're chasing after that infamous question that affects every moment of our lives, yet remains as mysterious in its presence as in its absence. Where did this money come from? Let's pause for a moment and think. We wake up in the morning, grab our coffee, go to the market to buy bread, pay our bills, and while doing all of this, we trust the money in our pockets or our digital wallets. But have you ever wondered how that piece of paper in your wallet or those few digital numbers in your bank account came to have value? Moreover, why is something so important also so abstract and sometimes absurd? Today, we're on a quest to uncover the origins of this strange concept we call money. We'll dissect it through history, economics, philosophy, and a dash of dark humor. It all started with the barter economy. At the dawn of human history, there was no money. People met their needs through barter. A farmer would trade his wheat to get fish from a fisherman. I'll give you 3 kilos of wheat and you give me 2 fish was a common type of deal. So far, so logical. But problems started to arise. What if the fisherman didn't want wheat but salt, and the salt trader didn't like fish but wanted leather instead? Naturally, this 3-way barter system turned into a logistical nightmare. People began to look for a solution and thought, what if we had something that everyone wanted? This is where the story of money begins. Money emerged as a grand convenience tool. The first forms of money weren't paper or metal, as you might expect. Seashells, large stone discs, even salt were used as currency. For example, on Yap Island in Micronesia, people used massive stone discs as money. These discs were so large that transactions occurred without moving them. Ownership was transferred simply by declaring, "This stone is mine now, but it can stay where it is." Imagine waking up one morning and your neighbor says, "I bought that giant rock yesterday. It's mine now." Here, money isn't an object, it's an idea. And that's the essence of money, an idea, an agreement, a belief system. Later, people started using metal coins because metals were durable and easier to carry. The first examples of metal coins appeared around the 7th century BCE, minted by the Lydians. Yes, you heard that right. The kingdom of Lydia, located in what is now Turkey, is known as the civilization that produced the world's first coins. These coins were made from a mixture of gold and silver known as electrum. But here's an interesting question. Why were gold and silver considered valuable? Because the value of money is entirely based on the meaning people assign to it. Gold is shiny, doesn't rust easily, and is rare. But let's be honest, you can't cook with gold, it won't keep you warm, and biting into it might even break your teeth. So gold isn't a practical necessity, it's a collective value agreement. One day, people collectively decided, this shiny yellow thing is valuable. And just like that, gold was accepted as money worldwide. What happened next? The era of paper money began. The first paper money appeared in 7th century China during the Tang dynasty, but it became widespread during the Song dynasty in the 11th century. People stopped carrying heavy metals and started exchanging pieces of paper with inscriptions and stamps. These papers were essentially representative money. They served as certificates. This paper represents this much gold or silver. In other words, paper money was simply gold or silver in paper form. But did humanity stop there? Of course not. One day, someone boldly asked, what if we just declared this paper valuable without tying it to gold? And thus, the era of fiat money began. Fiat money, which is the type we use today, has no intrinsic value. It's valuable simply because the government says so. That 100-unit bill in your pocket isn't backed by a vault full of gold somewhere. It's just a piece of paper. But because everyone believes it's valuable, it works. This is where central banks come into play. Central banks are institutions with the authority to issue money. The term printing money sounds interesting, doesn't it? In the past, this meant literal printing presses and the smell of ink. But today, you don't even need a printer. A central bank official can create billions of dollars with a few keystrokes on a computer. Yes, you heard that right. Just a few clicks. Like magic. But creating money isn't the end of the story. Enter the villain of this tale. Inflation. If there's too much money in circulation, its value decreases. Everyone may feel richer, but in reality, no one is. In fact, the opposite happens. That loaf of bread that cost $1 yesterday might cost $10 tomorrow. In 1920s Germany, during the Weimar Republic, people carried their salaries in wheelbarrows because hyperinflation had rendered money so worthless that it wasn't even good for kindling. Then came the modern version of money, digital currency. Nowadays, money doesn't even have a physical form. The numbers in your bank account are just that, numbers on a screen. Money now exists in a system of plus and mass symbols inside a computer. But this raises another issue. Trust. What if the banking system crashes? What if the power goes out? That's why people still hide some cash under their mattresses. It gives them that comforting feeling of having something tangible. And then we entered the wild world of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the rock stars of the financial world. One day, someone thought, what if we could create money without a central authority entirely in a digital network? Bitcoin doesn't have a government backing it, no central bank. It's just lines of code and a protocol. And the funny part? People believed in it. So, does money need government approval to be valuable? Apparently not. As long as people say, this is valuable, it becomes valuable. So where did cryptocurrencies come from? The answer is simple. Belief. Just like the belief behind paper money. After all this, let's circle back to the main question. Where did money come from? Maybe the answer is this: the human mind. Money is an idea, a consensus, a collective hallucination. People created money to facilitate trust exchange and value measurement. Over time, that tool became paper, metal, digital numbers, but its essence never changed, a belief system. And you know what's the most fascinating part? Even today, every morning when we open our wallets, we continue to believe in this collective dream. Because money doesn't really live in your pocket, it lives in your mind. See you in the next episode of Crazy Questions. Stay tuned with love from World Peace TV and keep questioning, because sometimes the most valuable thing is the questions you ask.